I don't know if you are aware that this weekend is a very special weekend, apart from being Father's Day. It's actually a spiritual festival. There are three major spiritual festivals: Easter, Wesak, and this full moon of Gemini is the Festival of the Christ, the Festival of Humanity. So I'm going to read a little bit about that. And I think the song that we sang at the beginning, it really fits perfectly with this. The idea, we are in the Interfaith Center, the idea is that we recognize that we are all one and we have the divinity inside ourselves. One day we will not have a division of religions. We will all be celebrating at the full moon, but there are full moons every month, and three very special ones that are Easter, Wesak, and this one that we are. So the establishing of certain major festivals in relation to the moon will bring about a strengthening of the spirit of invocation and the resultant inflow of invoke influence. We are all people of goodwill, and after the Second World War, it was established a subjective group which has no membership, no money, no meetings, no nothing, but encompasses everybody in the planet who has goodwill and who wants to improve the world. And that group is called the New Group of World Service. So this new group of world service constitutes an outgoing stream of energy. This will reach telepathically those spiritual beings who are sensitive and responsive to such impacts. So the establishing of a certain uniformity in the world religious ritual will aid men everywhere to strengthen each other's work and enhance powerfully the thought currents. So, as I said, the Festival of Easter is the festival of the risen living Christ, is the expression of love. As we know, Jesus represented embodying the love of God. The Festival of Wesak, which is celebrated mainly in the East, but we are raising awareness so that the West also celebrates this festival, is the festival of the Buddha. So the Buddha is the expression of the wisdom of God, the embodiment of light. The third festival is this one that happens this weekend and is about 3 days long, and is called the Festival of Goodwill. So it's the festival of the spirit of humanity aspiring towards God, seeking conformity with the will of God, and dedicated to the expression of right human relations. Now, we have a representative of the whole humanity, and that is the Christ. The Christ in Shambhala is invoking spiritual energies on behalf of the whole humanity. If you read the book Urantia, you can see in the Jesus papers, Jesus was the elder brother of 7, and if we can look at the parallelism, Maitreya Buddha is the big brother of the whole humanity. This hand over there, we have actually big cards and smaller cards that you are welcome to take home with you. This is the blessing. It's a 3D hand that appeared in Barcelona in Spain. And when we are now doing the meditation, we are going to invoke that energy of blessing, because Maitreya is invoking energies on behalf of humanity. So what he does during these 3 days, he reads the last sermon of the Buddha. And I'm going to read that as well. But the great invocation is, you've got this card on your chair, I hope. And if you can, we're not going to read it right now. We will read it together to do the meditation. But on the first stanza, we are invoking the light. We are invoking the light of the Buddha. So when we read it and we stop, you have to visualize a round golden light, which is coming from the Buddha and is bathing the whole planet Earth. On the second stanza, we are going to imagine a pink light that is coming from the Christ, is coming from Maitreya, and this pink light is also showering the whole planet, and this is the energy of love. The third stanza, we are going to imagine the masters of wisdom, which are the disciples that work with the Christ, and from a white sphere, we can imagine white light showering the whole planet. And this is invoking the will of God. So we are going to invoke light from the Buddha, love from Maitreya Buddha, and the white light for the will of God. Because this is the festival of humanity. We are invoking help. And the good news is that during these 3 days, the channel is open because everybody's working. So whatever we invoke is going to be heard. And whatever they're bringing down, we're going to receive it. Yeah, because the disciples and the Christ are all working, and Maitreya, Buddha is also sending the energies. So it's like a cascade. So with that, I'm just going to read what these 3 days do. Every day there is a keynote, and the keynote for the first day is love, and it's love without sentiment. It's love without emotion or personal emphasis. It's the love for the good of the group. And then the second keynote is resurrection, is livingness and life more abundantly. And finally, the third one is contact. So we are actually in contact with the hierarchy, with the Christ, and with the Buddha. Okay? So we are now going to do the meditation, which is basically reading the Great Invocation together. We will read it as if it is a mantra, because it is a mantra. Imagine the Christ is doing this for us at the same time. It's very powerful. So we will read the first stanza and then visualize this golden light. And also, if you could put your attention on the Ajna center between the eyebrows. That's what we practice when we do transmission meditation, by the way. Okay? So here we go. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men. the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. May the light, the love, and the purpose be with us all. Namaste.